not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The Chiefs are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Smith. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, here's so often how tackling has become almost a must in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Just a yard to go here on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. To throw is Wilson. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Mahomes on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play fake. Mahomes. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first runner, getting him in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench, and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A 5-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the draw, here's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They dump it off, complete to Dorsett. Finding room at midfield. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st down, Mahomes. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this out past the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now here's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Chiefs on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Smith trying to run for it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Got a man. It's McBride, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not. And now before the ball changes
Plays under review.
just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Second down and goal. Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's been real good right now.
And now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. On second down. They'll run it here.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. They'll roll him out right.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. getting set to take the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing is Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. Wilson will throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
There's Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
On first down, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Powers through him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. To throw is Wilson. And he's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Williams again.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. his whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Touchdown, Broncos. Curtis Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Throwing on 1st down, Simmons. And he's got his man on the outrun. Big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Inside handoff, Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Smith up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Handoff, running left, Smith. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Simmons. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. And the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin? Most
they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Kansas City, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.